You can hear it. Now you can see it, guys. Welcome back. It is time for game number 2. Team Rattlesnake from China, a new ragtag band of veteran players featuring Lanham from eHome, Icy, and Lao from Team World Elite, and Kabu from Tongfu are facing off against GizMo Gaming from Malaysia. Currently, the Malaysians trailing in this series 0-1 in the best of 3. You're watching the G1 League Asian Qualifiers, Round 2. 16 teams enter this bracket, and only 4 will emerge. MUFC, they already won their best of 3 today in rather straightforward fashion. They are 1 win away from taking one of those 4 spots. And moving on to Phase 3, where RNG Sports, IG, LGD China, and DK are waiting. The big dogs in the final round. The final 4, the Elite 4, if you will. Well, let's see if we get there. But before we do, Winter, we got to get through this series. And after that game 1, I got to say Rattlesnake looking like the stronger team.
Yeah, decision making and overall movement of the team on the map, man. Taking down the towers, taking engages where they are at an advantageous position. They're overall doing pretty much better than GizMo. And there's one thing I want to ask you. Do you know anything about SAG? Is he an old school player from China?
I don't, but I'm guessing he's experienced because all the other 4 players are. So I imagine he's not entirely new, but I have not heard of him before.
Is it a Smurf account of someone?
Maybe it is. You know, it's also just all the Chinese players, a lot of them just change their names constantly. Like, look at Dai. Dai is X, Dai is Dai, Dai is MMY. He's probably had some other names, so it could just be someone who's been changing their name a lot, but offhand, I'm not really sure.
I thought you had all the insider infos, huh?
Dan, I try, but it's honestly impossible if you cast a lot to keep up on everything. Like, there are too many teams in Dota, but since you brought it up, I'm actually going to go look now, see if I can find it out. So while I'm doing that, Winter, why don't you talk a little bit about the draft? What are we seeing so far, and what do you think about these picks?
Yeah, Lifestealer has been one of the very strong pickups by teams right now. It's really hard to deal with when you pick up a Lifestealer and you have to deal with the aggressive trialing. Most of the teams are currently banning it out or just picking it extremely early.
And it goes through in the 3rd pick. So not an immediate pick from GizMo, but something that they turn back to in the end. They've started with the Shadow Demon Mag. They have not gotten the combo hero for the Shadow Demon, but they have a lot more damage on their solo mid this time. The Magnus going to provide a lot more than what they had last game.
I think Lone Druid could appear, but I don't know whether Rattlesnake likes to play it. Because most of the stronger teams right now, if you open with a Magnus, they go right straight off the bat for the Lone Druid if it's not banned.
So Winter, apparently it is Fan. Are you familiar with him?
Fan? F-A-N.
F-A-N, yeah.
Is it from World Elite as well? Or what team is
he might be. The name sounds vaguely familiar to me, but I'm trying to search. I'm trying to search Dota Academy right now, but the site is super slow. So, holy crap, Bruno! You need to optimize your website. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, look at the ban. GizMo banned Lone Druid right after Rattlesnake decided not to pick him up.
So the Lone Druid gets banned. They went for the Queen of Pain instead, a hero that.
It's more like a C hero.
Yeah, it's also a hero that, well, Rattlesnake kind of played like a C team. I mean, very aggressive, focusing on kills, focusing more on their 5-man, not as concerned about the split pushing or the... well, some CTs like to split push, but a lot of them like to just kind of get the core items and then start fighting a lot.
Yeah, it's more of something like a trend in the C scene. We don't do like LGD install. It's rarely you see teams do Shadow Demon Chan all out pushing, giving a lot of pressure early on. You don't see teams doing that a lot.
So we're gonna see a Rubik ban now, a Lina ban. I won't be surprised at all if Rattlesnake bans the Leshrac next. They did it last game. And that...
then GizMo would have to go to Sand King. The next best support is Sand King with Shadow Demon.
He's still pretty decent. His range isn't that great, but you have Shadow Demon to initiate. The main issue is he doesn't have as much burst at the early levels. He's not going to provide that additional nuke like Alina or as many auto attacks, so it's going to make it a little bit harder for you to get the kills. And I guess the problem is in this game, I feel like Seike is going to have a lot of trouble in the fights. With Darkseer, Cogs from Clockwork, and Queen of Pain, I mean, it may be hard to really have an impact and avoid just getting burst down quickly, but it would roam well with the Shadow Demon, so there's that going for him. And Gyrocopter actually banned out. I didn't feel like the Gyrocopter was the real difference maker last game, but GizMo apparently do, and they're going to get rid of it.
Yeah, probably Rattlesnake in scrims they like to use gyrocopter a lot, but I want to mention that even Sand King, as you mentioned, he's not as good as the field early levels because of the range of the stun. But during the mid phase, Sand King is a very good support to catch out heroes like Queen of Pain or Darkseer, which have Surge and Blink to run away when you get your Blink Dagger. It's very difficult to dodge away from that. Whereas if you have a Shadow Demon plus Lina combination or Shadow Demon plus Leshrac, it'll be difficult for you to catch out Darkseer or Queen of Pain.
5 seconds.
Yeah, and even Clockwork, you may catch him, but he's tanky and he has cogs, which can often turn the fights around. So they say we're not going to necessarily be aggressive, but we're going to get more team fight, more pushing power, and farming power.
This is the Rattlesnake draft in the first game, reverse. GizMo has the superior super wombo combo now.
Yeah, they've got the team fight, they've got the farming advantage, and they have the mid game.
Rattlesnake has the split push. Queen of Pain, Clockwork, Darkseer, split pushing everywhere.
Well, they go back for Crystal Maiden, so a very aggressive support, someone that you normally pick if you want to be either roaming or tri-laning. Let's see what that final pick is going to be.
When was the last time we have ever seen this hero?
She's so squishy, and she's so like after the laning stage, this support drops off faster than almost anyone in the game. Amazing for the first 5, maybe 10 minutes. Nearly useless after that.
She's the best support at level 2, to be honest.
Yeah.
A lot of damage with the bite and the Nova, but after...
But level 2 doesn't last very long. That's the only thing. Level 16 does, and they get Tide Hunter. So for GizMo, looks like a support Tide, but you said team fight. You said Wombo combo. It's only gotten stronger since then. They just want a 5-man right down Rattlesnake's throats, and well, can they do it? What's Rattlesnake going to go for as that last hero? There's a Phantom Lancer in the pool. They don't have really a great support lineup for him, but you're thinking split push, and I agree. I feel like there's no way to fight GizMo head on, so much better off just spreading the map.
Yeah, maybe Phantom Lancer or something.
Maybe.
As long as it's split push. But I received info that the SAG Love Amga, he is actually playing for Nirvana CN last time.
Wow, it's been a while then, hasn't it? How long have they been off the scene? Like a year? Year and a half? Maybe even longer.
Roughly around that. I can't be sure. But
was it 2 years? It's been a while. So he's basically a veteran who's taken a break and is now coming back. Is that what you're saying?
But I think he could have played for like lesser known teams. Well, I don't know. Maybe.
But he has not been seen on the international stage at any rate for quite some time.
Yeah, he definitely has not been seen for a very long time already.
or we have been missing a lot of big tournaments if that's the case.
I'm really curious, what is the last pickup to be the split pusher? Oh, this is not a split pusher.
Well, it sort of can be, but yeah, it's not an anti-mage, it's not a hard split pusher.
Not the best split pusher, but can transition into a split pusher and join the team fights as well.
So it looks like they want to be able to take the fights a little more, and not really the best synergy. Clockwork, Darkseer, Faceless Void, these heroes are like kind of getting in each other's way a lot.
But it's very greedy. They want to do one jungling, one offlane, and one support on the lane, supporting the Faceless Void, and they want to maximize their farm. And if GizMo goes head on to fight the Faceless Void in the lane with Shadow Demon, Tidehunter, even if they do it with the Magnus, it's gonna be difficult for the FV to farm in the lane.
Winter, let's see what they're going to do. On the side of Rattlesnake, the ragtag band of Chinese veterans, we have Icy, formerly of World Elite, playing that Void. He was the hard carry gyro. He got really greedy last game with this Ida build, and it worked out. We have Kabu reprising his role as the Clockwork, heading to the offlane. For me, was the MVP last game, and a player who has had ups and downs, but showing some real individual skill in that game with the pump-faking hooks and some nice plays. We have Fan or Sag playing that Crystal Maiden, and last but not least, it's going to be Loal. I think I'm getting it right now. Playing the Queen of Pain, rushing the bottle, and going mid.
Yeah, you're getting there. You're improving on it. Don't worry.
Okay.
And for GizMo, we have Zac GL on the Magnus, Kenryo on the Enigma this time, GLY... Oh, this is hard. On the GLYZ on the Shadow Demon, and we have Running Through the Monsoon on the Tidehunter, and last but not least, we have Jing on the Luna this time.
This is a very poetic name, Running Through the Monsoon. I quite like it. It looks like they aren't going to run the aggressive tri-lane, but for the moment, Lanham,
Oh, are they gonna do Clockwork and Darkseer one lane? I seen
Creep.
last time when we were screaming with eHome, they used to do all these weird dual lanes. They do Darkseer with Bat Rider one lane, which is very annoying as well. Or Darkseer with Bounty Hunter in one lane, where they Iron Shell the Bounty Hunter and the Bounty Hunter just follows your support.
Oh, it looks like they do, and they might be able to find Glycis here. Are they going to go? Iron Shell and Clockwork to start. Tidehunter scouted them out, though. It's not going to work.
Yeah, it's not gonna work. It's gonna be a dead Shadow Demon if they got him up in the Cogs and Iron Shell.
So are they really running the dual lane? It looks like they are.
Yes, they
Very
are.
unusual. Very unusual. Both of these heroes need a lot of levels, and they're gonna dual lane them.
The more common one is you see teams, MUFC, the old MSC did it before, Lone Druid with Darkseer in a lane.
Yeah, that could definitely work, but I mean, what do you make of this? I don't know how this is gonna really work against the Shadow Demon.
I don't fancy stuff like this.
Well, oh, here we go. Courier snipe mid, perhaps. Sag spots that bottle rush from ZGL. We're gonna see a courier snipe. Crystal Maiden off the map.
One more creep. He's gonna get his bottle. Oh, he got his bottle. Okay, he's gonna come.
Dun, 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 dun. Do any of the supports have money? Let's check right now. Not net worth. I want to see current gold. Nobody has money.
Oh no, this is gonna be a very big play.
Okay, the last time I saw this, the courier actually ran around the trees to the right. Well, no, like that. But oh no, it's dead. It's dead. Sag is gonna strike the savvy veteran. No! Oh, the double damager! Oh, he's not gonna get the kill. Oh my god! Only a Crystal Maiden fails that.
Oh no!
Wow!
Oh no!
Wow! Wow! Whoa! How mad must you be now if that happens to you?
Oh my god! Why wouldn't he commit more? Just dive in.
He had a double damager and it just wore off. I think like right before he auto attacked.
I think he thought he still had the double damage rune and he just used one hit, but the double damage rune already wore off. Then he wasn't expecting the courier to survive that.
Wow, Rattlesnakes with their weird dual lanes. And now the failed courier gank. So looking at the other lanes, we do have Icy getting complete uncontested free farmers. Ken Rio.
Oh, look at the Clockwork.
Going in on Shadow Demon now, but no battery assault. Has taken Rocket. Taking Rocket. Interesting choice considering how they're playing. Now Lanham's going to surge himself away. I feel like if you're going to do this, you want the battery assault.
Yeah, why wouldn't you take battery assault if you're doing a Darkseer and Clockwork? It's a combination. No one can come close to you, but you're getting Rockets.
It's very bizarre, and Rockets are not that good at the early levels. I mean, they're okay. They're good for the vision, but not for killing.
Yeah, this dual lane is going to withstand a lot of pressure from the tri lane because it's going to be very difficult if they try to kill this dual lane. It's actually not weak, but like you mentioned, these two heroes needs a lot of levels, and you're just doing this so that you can shut down the enemy carry or the enemy tri lane. But look at the well, actually the Luna is missing a lot of last hits because of it. If you look at the last hit graph. Yeah,
she only has 1 point in Lunar Blessing, and well, doesn't have as much last hit as she might. Doesn't have the Tranquil Boots up either. Are they coming on the courier? That's the question. Yeah, she's got them, so she'll be able to withstand the harassment, but can she find the last hits? Void has a much easier time of it.
And the thing is, if GizMo try to kill anyone, the Darkseer, if he tries to kill the Clockwork, the Darkseer will search the Clockwork. If he tries to kill the Darkseer just surges himself. It's gonna be near impossible unless the Rattlesnake get caught out in a very bad position where they don't have the HP pool to withstand the Gush, the Disruption, and the Lucent Beam.
I think this is actually going to work really well. Also, if the Queen of Pain comes bottom right when she hits level 7 with a TP, because they might be able to wipe the lane with that. Before Luna hits level 6, that would be a great time for them to go. Yeah, there goes the Cogs to start. Glycis is trapped. Iron Shell is there. First Blood is there against the tri-lane. Now, the Surge away on the Clockwork.
They wanted to kill.
They want more. Kabu's going to get a double off the back of Lanham. Winter, is this really working? Impressive and unusual, I must say.
Very good play by them. Their dual lane, if you put further more thought to it, it's actually a very good strat to use at this point of time because of the combination heroes of GizMo have that can't have full lockdown to dispel the surge duration. So no matter who gets disrupted, they can't kill any one of them.
Yeah, if they had like a Lina instead of the Tidehunter, I think this lane would get completely crushed. But Tidehunter just doesn't offer you much against these two heroes. In fact, if he tries to help you, he's just going to take a bunch of damage. So Ken Rio is now going to arrive at the lane, and they want to kind of shut this dual lane down. So they're going to send 4 heroes to deal with it.
Yeah, you can't beat the dual lane with 3 heroes. What do
Send
you do?
4. And we're going to see a Hand of Midas now. It's already coming out. So our Faceless Void looking at about a 5-minute Hand of Midas if the courier ever goes his way, and it will now.
This is a very good trade-off. Whatever Rattlesnake is getting from the early game, this is fantastic for them.
Wow. I bet Bulba's watching right now, and if Bulba's watching, he's going to want to try this. He's a big fan of clockwork strategies. But this is, you know, like you said, it's a situationally strong dual lane. It's not going to beat some lanes. It'll just get destroyed by them. But this lane, working pretty well. And, well, now they're going to go in on the Tidehunter. Iron Shell, not there yet. Actually, with the Soul Catcher, this might be a mistake.
Why?
Kabu,
Why?
gonna drop.
Why did he try to fight there? He just man up too much. He could have just escaped with the Surge, but he decided to use his cogs instead, and he Surge wore off after the cogs were... after he destroyed his own cogs.
The good news is Icy already has his Midas, and he's got another 480 gold. He's got his boots and his Midas at 5.5 minutes in. 38 CS, 6 minutes in or so. That is just ridiculously good farm.
And they got the tower. Means more gold for his team.
Yeah, he's almost 7 CS a minute. And with the Midas gold, it's going to accelerate even more. Luna does have a kill to her name. But if you get this much farm on your Void and your Queen of Pain's doing well, and she's winning mid, then they should be able to split push and find lots of solo kills or 2-3 hero kills. And that's what like we talked about, that's what you want to do against GizMo's lineup. This way you never really have to fight them 5v5 if you can keep the momentum going.
Yeah, and look at the Ducks. Oh, here comes the Queen of Pain like you mentioned. Level 7 rotating bottom.
Yeah, going with the Scream, the ult to fly if they need it. Not even going to need that ult. Ken Rio, nothing for him to do. No salve, he'll go down. The Eidolon's going to start working and land him, but this is just more gold. Oh god, that's like another 200 gold for them.
Yeah, because of the earlier rotation by the Enigma to try to help bottom, he's not level 6 yet. Generally, as Enigma, you want to hit level 6 at around 5.5 minutes or 6 minutes. If you're extremely lucky, you'll be able to hit it around 4 to 4.5 minutes, depending on what creep spawns you get. But because he wasted a lot of time trying to help the lane, because they were having such a trouble handling that dual lane Darkseer again and Clockwork, he wasn't able to have his ultimate. Things could have been different if he had his ultimate there. Yeah,
he could have turned around, dropped the Black Hole. Now, the Battery Assault can cancel it anyway, so it would be very situational if he can get it off.
Smoke. Here comes the smoke.
Yeah, they smoked all the way from base.
RP. There's no RP yet. 10 seconds.
Oh, he actually used it earlier.
Oh no, the CM is there.
She's waiting on the backside.
Oh no.
Wow.
The CM... Oh no, he revealed himself.
She's so slow. She's so helpless. Enigma can just run her down. He's got the move speed. He's going to find her sooner or later. 20 additional move speed. Crystal Maiden, just such a slow, pathetic support. But here comes Clockwork. The big bad robot wants to bail her out.
No.
Here comes the Mag. He's got RP. Crystal Maiden looking to be in a world of trouble.
RP.
Can't get it off. Can't get it off because he could now. Wow, what a nice movement. And yeah, the battery assault messing up that RP there. The cast is getting interrupted now into Glaze, who's going to fall. What looked like a bad fight. Sag gets out fine. Full HP. It's just Rattlesnakes who know what to do better in these fights, and it seems like GizMo are waiting for someone to tell them what to do.
Not having the Black Hole as well hurt them so bad there. Yeah, here goes again.
Oh, Eclipse, but the creeps are pulled into the fight. It doesn't really do much. Now the Cog's pushing everyone back. They get the Darkseer kill. So worth it in the end. But it could have been more, I feel.
Yeah, it could have been more. But they ran up the ramp there, so dangerous against the Eclipse. If there was a Black Hole there, I think 3 of them would have been dead.
Yeah, Black Hole actually does significant damage as well. It's not just the disable. At the early levels, it's like Ravage. If you get the whole thing off, it actually does a decent amount. And with the Eidolons there as well, could have been trouble, but instead, everything's just going their way.
Not to mention the position they were in. They were going to be clumped up here with the Black Hole, so it's going to be a lot of damage.
He's still not level 6. Well, now he is. He's hit level 6. He's TP top.
He hit level 6 when they killed the Darkseer.
Okay. But it took... he could even get it before the 6-minute mark if he has a good jungle pattern.
But because he rotated bottom to try and help the bottom lane, that's why he didn't. Oh, they're gonna go on him.
Hook in to start. Cogs to follow, pushing that Luna away, isolating the Shadow Demon. He'll disrupt. but Iron Shell will be here after the cogs, and down he'll go. Easy kill. Meanwhile, just Kenryo fighting an illusion.
Yeah, this is some sort of very innovative strategy. It was very well timed to use it because of the situation on the lanes, and it was very smart by Rattlesnake.
And the best part is they're winning the fights 4v5, because we've seen every hero on GizMo come to the fights, even the Magnuses have joined them, and Enigma, of course. Meanwhile, we have yet... Zago, what are you doing? Faking the RP on the Queen of Pain Illusions. I think just messing around, but these guys can't afford to mess around. They're very close to being eliminated from this tournament.
I guess he didn't know it was an illusion, and he was telling his teammate, let's get the Queen of Pain, and his teammate is telling him, no, that's an illusion, that's an illusion. Okay, then he stopped his RP in time.
That would be a very bold Queen of Pain, to just be standing there while Magnus calmly walks up to him.
Yeah. And like you mentioned, the Void is just free farming away, and he's not even joining the fights, and his team is winning. Just because the 2 versus 3 at bottom got so in favor of Rattlesnake's lane.
I actually don't think this is a greedy build this game. I mean, it's a greedy build, but I think it's the right build. Going back for the Battle Fury, because they want to split push, and GizMo has the 5-man lineup. Even now, you still don't want to 5-man them once they get Ravage. Well, which will be a while off at that, but here we go. Glyces taking some damage, not going to die to the battery assault, will die to the auto attack for the Crystal Maiden Black Hole. Catches out 2. Can they bring Kabu down, though, with the RP on 2 as well? But he's getting that Stout Shield, additional block. He's living for a while yet, and now the Shadow Strike. Additional cogs driving the back. Those cogs pretty freaking strong. Black Hole, and they only get the Crystal Maiden.
If only he didn't get hit by the cogs, the Enigma, he would have
Malefice.
Another Malefice, yeah. Then the clock will, at least they would have gotten 2 kills instead of just 1 pathetic Crystal Maiden.
She barely even counts. It's like not even. It's like I feel like Crystal Maiden is not a real hero.
I got a feeling you don't like this hero, Adi. You've been so mean to him.
It's a fun hero, but it's so frustrating to play as this hero because she's so weak. Especially nowadays where, you know, like a lot of games in the past would just be these really, you know, aggressive lanes, but there's so many other strong supports now that don't have to be in the middle of the fight, and her move speed is just, it's awful. She's, like we saw before, Enigma can just literally chase her down.
I think she needs a move speed buff, like you said.
Oh, here we go. Hook onto the Enigma. Isolated. No Black Hole available. Iron Shell as well. Braining a well. Vacuum onto the cogs. Well played by Lanham. But the Enigma's still alive for the moment. Now the additional TP. There is Eclipse here. Cast from long range. Surging away. Eclipse is wasted. Now the Skewer. The Shockwave to fly in 3 seconds time. This should be the death of Kabu. But the power of this combo showing itself again. With Surge and Cogs, it's just very hard to get in range.
And you don't have any form of reliable stun other than the Disruption right now, or the Malefice. They don't have really too much of a very heavy type of lockdown like the Lina or Lestra. All the other stuns are Ravage and RP, so it's gonna be very difficult to kill.
Well, the good news is Tidehunter got close to level 6 off of that. I was actually thinking he might not hit level 6 until the 16 minute mark at the earliest, because he was 3 2 minutes ago. But with that fight about to be level 6, they will have Ravage. Once Eclipse cools down, they'll have that. The Black Hole's coming off cooldown in a minute. They have RP, so their team fight is still strong. But the issue is going to be Rattlesnakes. It seems like they could just split push so much faster that GizMo are never going to be able to 5-man.
We missed the hook.
Oh.
They were trying to kill the mag. He missed the hook.
Yeah, no hook, I guess, in the end. Strategically, this game looks like it's pretty much exactly what Rattlesnakes wants, though. It feels like if they play it correctly, they should be able to win from here.
Yeah, it's like a mirror match from the last game, where the last game GizMo was supposed to do a split push and they didn't, and this game, it's reversed. Now GizMo has the 5-man and Rattlesnake is split pushing, and they picked up the Enigma with the Chrono.
Yeah, Darkseer barely able to escape on that bottom lane. Just Surge was out of range of the Skewer RP, and while that's happening, Enigma, the kill that happens top, and meanwhile mid lane.
And they use Chrono and Sonic Wave to kill the Enigma at top.
Yeah, now into Kabu. Gush to start. They have Ravage. Are they just going to blow it here? The Cogs pulling the Tidehunter in. Not going to burn his mana, though. Still has Ravage. They'll Skewer it back. And he should fall here under the tower, dropping low. Additional Shockwave brings him down. Didn't actually have to use the Ravage, so they get a kill. But Lanham pushing bottom. Void pushing top. Icy going for a tier 2. Rattlesnake's still getting the trades with farm.
Look at the position of the Rattlesnake heroes. They are spread around all over the map, getting farm in all the lanes, maximizing the jungle if they need to. The Darkseer is farming the enemy jungle. They're just getting a lot more efficient in economy-wise and getting levels on their supports and all the other heroes.
And Icy going Battle Fury Midas, but this game, it's going to be a good item because he wants to build a split push, and this is the one item that you could go Maelstrom. It's decent, but Battle Fury is going to let you push a little bit faster. And
you definitely need the Battle Fury, especially when they have a Darkseer to combine. Even when you chrono 3 heroes, the vacuum will draw them closer to each other, and the splash damage will be hugely beneficial for the Faceless Void.
Yeah, you put a Battle Fury on him, you put an Ion Shell on him, and then you have the vacuum damage, the Queen of Pain ult. GizMo, are they going to have a mech anytime soon? Enigma, well, he's getting close to a headdress, so they may have a mech, but Kenryo could also very easily get caught in that Chronosphere, and even with the mech, there may be too much burst damage.
And it comes down to the pickup of the FE, where we were talking about at the draft phase, where we were thinking Rattlesnake would go for something like a more split push orientated lineup, and instead they went for the Faceless Void, which is decent enough to split push, and he can also join the fights to create the perfect ultimate for his team, the setup for his team to go in. And it will be up to whether the Magnus or the Enigma gets a better timing of the ulti. If they don't catch the Faceless Void, he's gonna just come in later after the RP or after the Black Hole and chrono everyone else.
Luna is getting close to a BKB. Up, another hook and another catch. This one on the Tidehunter, set up by this Observer Ward on the hill, which has been there for a while actually.
Oh, he bought out.
Buyout, vacuum on 2. Crystal Maiden gonna definitely fall here. She's surrounded. Can easily be brought down. Lao just cleared off the creeps. On the back lines, the Crystal Maiden does die in the end. Thought they would go for some additional kills. They're looking for it. They have Ravage, but there's your Queen of Pain fan, and then just a blink away. Or not fan, Shadow Strike.
It seems like the only hero that's dying on the Rattlesnake side is always the Crystal Maiden.
Blink in, RP Lanham. They really want to kill on someone who matters. Not on the Crystal Maiden. Wall is deployed. Now vacuuming them back in. Could be an opportunity for Icy to jump in with that Chrono, but he's not going yet. There is still an Eclipse.
He didn't have enough mana. If he jump in, he doesn't have enough for Chrono.
Yeah, even if he switched to Intreads, he would not have enough. He'd still be like 20 mana short, I think.
Yeah, and now they don't have an RP. I think it's gonna be difficult for them to try and take a fight. Even they have Ravage, I don't think they'll feel confident. Oh, they're still trying to go, but they're so low.
And Lao's gonna outpush them top. He's gonna push this lane faster because there's nobody here to defend. The Glyph is on cooldown, and the tower is getting close to being denied, so they have to rotate. They will back off, and then Rattlesnakes can just go and continue farming, continue pressuring the lanes. And Icy's got his Battle Fury. 17 minutes in, 8k net worth, Battle Fury, Midas Treads. This Void is probably going to have like max inventory if he doesn't die a lot at like 35-40 minutes at the latest.
Yeah, he's going to be so huge when come the mid phase, when the Midas pays itself and he gets a lot of farm from the Battle Fury.
The Midas has almost paid for itself. He's had this for like 12 minutes or so. Got it like the 5-minute mark. It's 5.5-minute mark. It's now 18 minutes. So now it's pretty much just paid for itself, and now you're just getting additional farm from it. Here we go. Cogs on Kenryo. He's not going to be able to black hole this. He shouldn't even bother. He knows better. He'll just go down. They do have Ravage. It will fly. Catches out. Queen of Pain as well as Darkseer, but can they bring them down in a timely fashion? Kabu, the one who skewed under the tower, is mech back up by Lanham. Now the Chrono trapping Kabu, but it's okay because Icy's here, cleaning up a few. Wants some more, looking for that Tidehunter going on him. Meanwhile, on the backlines, Lao gonna pick him off. The hook actually hitting the Void, not gonna stun the Tidehunter, but still the chase. The Anchor Smash, looks like the Eclipse was actually used earlier. Didn't catch where that happened, but Lao is hunting. Wants to go on Jing, gonna back off in the end. Rattlesnake's just fighting under the enemy tier 2 and winning the fight.
They're just lucky that the Mag didn't get his RP off, because it was such a bad position for them, and they fought so long that the Enigma respawned. So if the fight Mag got his RP off and Enigma was there to continue up with the Black Hole, that would have been almost a team wipe for them, probably.
Yeah, we might not have seen the Void die, but everybody else, because he jumped in afterwards, but pretty much everyone else could have easily been caught. Certainly the Darkseer and the Queen of Pain were right in the middle of the engagement. Instead, well, we're going to see an Aghanim Scepter now out on Lao. The Faceless Void getting fat. Queen of Pain's going to be pretty damn fat, too, with this Ags.
He's not going for BKB, the Faceless Void. It's quite surprised.
It's such a good game for it. I mean, it's not even the fact that you're up against RP and Black Hole. It's the fact that there's so many nukes. Like, Eclipse does insane nuke damage. I feel
unless
this is...
unless he backtracks everything.
Well, he's gonna get a tier 2 top. Wow. 10k net worth.
Counting on his backtrack now. Not getting a BKB.
The Force is strong with Icy, I hope. Or he's dead. But I mean, at this point, he's gonna have a max backtrack. He's level 14 already. He's going Mask of Madness.
Mid lane, another hook.
Oh, again, there was a skewer by Ziggle just trying to get away. Skewers up onto the high ground, out of the cogs, but still... Oh, drops
RP.
the RP. Why would you RP that? Oh, no.
Guess you didn't know a little game of freeze tag.
And now Black Hole is here, but they don't have the RP. Oh, this is really unfortunate.
Purge.
Yeah, Kabu trying to get out of the cogs, trying to work away, and they just can't find an opening. Ravage cooling down. Wow, they would have had Ravage, Black Hole, and RP when the mag respawn. Instead, they only have 2. We'll see if they can defend this push without it. They're not even fighting with the Void, so I'm not sure. I'm not convinced Rattlesnakes actually wants to fight. It looks like they just want to push the lane in, maybe find a pick off if anyone goes out of position.
They can even go for Roshan now because they're controlling the map. The creeps are pushing in all the lanes. They can just, the Void can just go for the rush with one more hero. I think he could even do it himself, like with the Mask of Madness.
Yeah, if he gets some good bashes here, he should be able to do it. As long as he doesn't get bashed a bunch, should be easy, and indeed it is. Well, he might want some help though. I mean, this is sometimes you get low in this situation if your luck isn't good, but
yeah, it depends on his luck. But like you said, the Force is with IC.
Yeah, he's having an easy time of it. Bottom lane, onto Sag. If they dive this will be so bad. Hook in. Catches out Jane, who pops his BKB, but the cogs driving the Magnus away. My Kingdom for an RP right now, he's screaming. Lanham gonna vacuum them into the cogs. The BKB from Luna completely wasted. The Ravage to fly. Catches no one. Catches absolutely nothing. Airballs the Ravage. Now the Blanket from Lao. Assassinates one. Once more. This will be the death of Tide unless he can TP away in time, and he cannot. He'll drop as well. Additional cogs. Not going to catch anyone, but a Blanket from Lao. Picking them off one by one. Driving them back. Kenryo on the run. Roche will fall. Icy at full HP. Picks up the Aegis. Had some good bash luck through that, and Rattlesnake's winning the fights 4v5 against Ravage, against Eclipse if it's used, which it wasn't, and against a Black Hole if it's used, which it also was not.
4 versus 5 and the FP is farming the Roshan. No problem.
Yeah, farming Roche, farming the jungle, stacking the camps. Best game ever to be a carry player. No pressure all game, just free farm, free gold, and free kills.
The Tide Hunter's ultimate actually caught out just the Darkseid at the edge.
It did? I saw him keep on moving.
No, he got caught like because he tried to turn back and drop a vacuum or something. Then he got caught by the last spike.
Oh, I did. It looked like it wasn't even gonna hit him, and I mean, even then, you got to hit more than one with that Ravage to win the fight at this point.
Yeah, that wasn't a very good Ravage, and they're smoked up trying to find a pick off, which I don't think they'll find any.
I mean, the thing is with their lineup, they really want the Mag to start the fight because he's the one with the Blink Dagger. You know, Blink skewers someone back, then you know you can gush them, you can purge them, you can try and bring them down and save your big ults. But Tidehunter's the only one who was there who had his ult ready, so he tries to start the fight, and Rising Star's just or Rattlesnake just punish it. Yeah, they're gonna go in with the Chrono.
Oh, no.
Catches the Queen of Pain. I don't know if it'll. Well, Void doesn't actually have the BKB.
RP,
Can be Malefist
RP.
here. No RP used just yet.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh my
now
God.
the Purge of Lao. Oh no, he's gonna drop the ult before he actually falls here. Will be RP'd, will be Lucid Beams, and will be brought down. But on the other side of the map, it was Crystal Maiden with 2 friends picking off the Tidehunter, and they just blew an RP to get that kill. They didn't get the Void. I mean, it's good to get the kill, but you really want to kill this Void off. He's still got Aegis.
Yeah, it was a slight mistake. Actually, a big mistake. Quite a big mistake by the Queen of Pain. Getting caught in the Chrono there. He should have blinked the other side. It's much safer the other side instead of going on the right side there.
Well, pays for it in the end. Will give up her life. Lanham sitting on a gem. I think he's had this. I don't know how long he's had this actually, but I think it's been for a while. Judging by the fact that the Radiant have pretty much no vision on the map at all right now.
He has. He's so rich. He's like a position 3.5 of a position 4 Darkseer. He has Mecha, he has a Hood, he has Arcane Boots, he has a Gem. He's almost close to his pipe. What more can you ask for?
Look at that dual lane. The Clockwork as well as the Darkseer. Their combined net worth is equal to probably the 4. It is equal to the 4 heroes below them. Then they go mid lane. Blink Skewer catches out Kabu, and he will drop pretty quickly, I think. But there's the vacuum on 3. The Queen of Pain ult catching out a few. The Eclipse splashes through. doesn't really do enough. Now Sag on the run, but in comes the big, bad, faceless Void, bashing away. Then bashes Ravage, not going to connect on this Void, who will run down one. Black Hole on the backlines, catching Lao, but Lao is tanky. Lao's barely taking any damage. Now the chase onto running through the Monsoon, who's running through a world of pain and burning and death in a moment's time. There you go. Meanwhile at the base, so the chase continues. Lao onto that Enigma, picks him off. The Queen of Pain Aghanim's really paying off in these fights, and Rattlesnake just overrunning GizMo, just crushing through them with ease at this point.
When the split pushing lineup is beating the 5-man lineup in the fights, you know the game is so far ahead for the split pushers.
It's like if you're a golfer and you're beating the tennis player at tennis. You must be really damn good at everything in sports.
If Tiger Woods is beating Roger Federer in tennis.
Yeah, then he must be a damn good athlete, which he is, but... Oh, here we go, Kabu. More pump fakes. More pump fakes. Just trolling. Just toying. Not even really trying to fake anything out at this point. Just messing around with his opponents.
I like the animation when he stops the hook.
It looks like he's dancing. He's gonna fly. Oh, Kabu juked himself. He'll pay for that. The Faceless Void, Icy, almost has an MKB up. Getting really close to that. And with an MKB, everybody, if they get vacuumed into a Chronosphere, they are all dead.
He's such a greedy player. Look at the last game on his gyro. He didn't even go for the backing bar. He just went for all full DPS items, and it's the same this game.
Dan and Loda would be very proud. QMX Dan and No Tide Hunters Loda. Icy would have something in common with them.
Yeah, they're all very greedy players. But I think so far only QMX Dan and Loda did the fastest Midas rush. They go for nothing but Midas at the top.
Yeah, just start with Gloves of Haste.
No one has ever been more greedy than that.
There's actually, it's not possible to do it faster, and unless there was a way for your allies to pull you Gloves of Haste, but you can't do that. So that's pretty much the fastest you can do it.
Your allies can pull you the first bird. They can just give you the first bird intentionally.
That's true. That's true.
What the supports can do for you.
That's some next level greed.
Hey wait, I want the first bird. Hey wait, I want the tower last hit. Then you get your Midas at 3.5 minutes, 3 minutes.
Hey wait, I want everything. There's a hook in. Catches out the Enigma of all heroes, the perfect one, and may bring him down yet. Vacuum away from the cogs. The Chrono deployed. What a sensational Chrono by Icy, catching 4 in the end as 2 of them ran back into it. The RP, pretty good, but Icy stole that Aegis. He's gonna man up. He's looking for a team wipe. Eclipse will fly. Ghost Scepter from Ziggle, keeping him alive. Lao jumping in, doesn't have the ultimate, but still the chase. Looking for another Scream of Pain here. It's coming in a few seconds' time. Diving the base, diving Jing. Can't bring him down, but the vacuum will do the trick. And when it's all said and done, 4 hit the deck. Rattlesnakes just burying GizMo beneath a deluge of ridiculous teamfight ultimates and coordination. Massacring the opposition. 25k gold lead, 25k experience lead. And this is a tier 2 or tier 3 Chinese team, Winter. This ain't even the top dogs.
They're playing very well this game. They played a lot better this game compared to the last game. The last game they made a couple of... Oh, here goes the fight.
It seems they've gotten even more confident as this series has walked along, and they have, as far as we know, they have not been together as a team very long, at least not officially.
Yeah, I think it's just... Oh, that CM blinked the shockwave.
Wow, meanwhile the Ravage, then comes the hook, catches out Glize. Glize gonna drop, Queen of Pain all over the top. Lao now gonna dive into the base, onto the Enigma, who has a black hole, well, he's got a mechanism. He may have to use it soon. He's got to do something. He can't do anything because Battery Assault is here. It's actually worn off. This will be the moment for a big black hole, but on the backsides it's just gonna be
Eclipse.
No Eclipse, no follow-up. The bouncy glaives not gonna be enough. The cogs driving everyone back. Jing caught out of position. Now into Ziggle, who will be able to blink back to the fountain with the Ghost Scepter successfully. Small consolation. GizMo, they're done. There's no fight left in this dog. And they are about to end their run here in the G1 League. Your Malaysian brothers are going home.
Yeah, it's very sad to see my fellow Malaysians got knocked out. But look at the CM. Who needs movement speed when you can get a dagger on the CM?
Yeah, I think what you were saying is like over here near the river, actually blinked to dodge a shockwave and was able to live. There's a huge fight going on, so I stuck with that. But
yeah, the Ravage flew out and the hook flew out at the same time. I saw that.
Well, Scythe Device picked up by Queen of Pain. Really fat Lao. And now, not even an MKB, sorry, he went Daedalus in the end, and Icy, fatter and fatter and fatter and fatter.
What is the most greedy items for him to go for now? I thought he would have go for a Divine. He disappointed me the last game.
Yeah, Divine would have been the greediest, but this is the next greediest, I think. Wow, what is this build, Icy? Lack of commitment. This lack of commitment. I question his dedication to greed. I think Dan has him beat. Blink in for the mag, but he blinks into Cogs. Oh no! Now the Chrono catches out Enigma. Man up from Icy. The BKB was already used. Now gets Demonic Purge. Hook on in. Sounds like it missed. Vacuum on a few. Oh, actually it didn't miss. It was on the sidelines of the fight. Meanwhile, there's your Ghost Scepter. Down will go the Magnus. No chance for him. No way. No how. Running through the Monsoon is running through death and destruction. He will bite the dust. Rattlesnake's now looking to dive the base to get some additional kills, farm up those stats. This game is over, folks. Rattlesnake's going to take the series 2-0. Winter, how are you feeling about your opponents for later this week?
I think it's gonna be quite an interesting match. We should not look down on them. They're quite a decent team, quite a strong team, even though they are still new to each other. I'm not sure how long they've been put together, this lineup, but
at least officially, Lanham just joined them, I think, within the last few days. So officially, he's a bit new to the roster. I'm not sure how long the rest of the team's been together. I know they played in Gosu Cup Asia. I'm not sure if it was with these 5 members. They've been playing together a bit.
I think it was a different 5-man.
Different 5-man roster? Okay.
Yeah. No, I think it's like I saw Kabul, Lamb, and IC together, I think. I didn't see the war with them the last time.
Yeah, so maybe he just wasn't there that day, or, well, they're smoked at the fountain. Here's going to be your blink in, your skewer completely whiffs. One more fountain camp before it's all said and done. There's no Chronosphere, but who needs it when the Crystal Maiden is here, raining down the page. 4 heroes dead at the fountain, 1 to disconnect still. The Magnus will fall. Humiliation for GizMo as their throne falls. Oh, Rattlesnakes, I mean, these guys are not messing around. They definitely go for the jugular if they feel they have a lead. Potentially too aggressive at times. Maybe that's their weakness, but here the aggression paid off in spades.
But at least I know their carry is a very greedy player.
Yes. You can expect him to start naked. And we'll see if Winter can punish that. That match will not be for a little while, though. We have 3 more days of this. Then we have the 2 following days. Or maybe it's even 1 day. I'm not sure exactly the schedule. But basically, we're going to repeat what we did today for the next 3 days, guys. We're going to have 2 matches each day, 2 best-of-3s. And then when it's all said and done, we'll be down to 8 teams. And from those 8 teams, we'll cut it down to 4. And then for those 4, we move on to Phase 3, where the big dogs await. Orange, IG, LGD, China, and DK. Winter, thank you for joining me. Any closing words?
You're welcome. I'm always there to help when you need me to. And thanks for having me here today. It's my pleasure.
Yes, thank you for joining me, Winter. As always, guys, be sure to follow Winter, twitter.com/winterdota, facebook.com/winter.dota, and of course his twitch.tv/winter. So if you enjoy his casting, if you enjoy his personality, sparkling as it is, feel free to follow him and support him. As for me, I'm LD. You can follow me if you'd like. Twitter.com/LDDota. We are very grateful to all you guys who tuned in. If you haven't already heard, this is the G1 League Phase 2 Asia qualifier. After this is all done, we will have the North American European qualifier. I believe that won't be until later in April. It hasn't been confirmed yet, but basically this is probably going to be the best event outside of the International 2, just in terms of, well, we get to see some of the top Western teams against the top Asian teams on LAN for the most money, nearly $65,000. It should be a blast, but we've got a long way to go before we get there. Thank you all again for tuning in. I wish you all the best. We'll be back tomorrow bright and early. I think it's going to be 15 SGT once again, which is, I don't even know what the conversions are. I'll post them in the chat later. Thank you for tuning in, guys. We'll see you later.